Так, здорово, мужики. Подошел к концу мой путь, курьерский путь по пустыне Махала в игре Нью-Вегас. Сейчас я встречусь с этим бронированным парнем.
If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. Many graves in the East are filled with those who said it. It is Kaiser's will. I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope you'll... So you seek order, terms of surrender. Our roads into NCR are hung. Save your speeches. Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only now I am here. You speak in circles. What of the East? Ah. The victory here shall be swift. Our force, the East will... Your weakness, you seek to thwart.
Пиздобол с сотого левела.
That does not mean we would not see. The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaiser, Hoover Dam is but a place. As for wisdom, know that I shall return east. If the West is one day... My coming would have saved you, set your people free in what war would have tested them. Broke. Violence gave you that. Until the day when our armies meet again, courier.
И все. Он убегает. Видимо, если бы у меня было прокачано какой-нибудь боевой навык, скорее всего, с ним сражался бы. Мы уходим. Курьер выполнил свою работу.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the... could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the... And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley.
Армия роботов.
Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapon... I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let's... Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of... Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on... You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. You want me to make tracks out of here, head back west, tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight to... Yeah, but I wasn't expecting a fight when I came up here. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build town? Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by... I know what those robots of yours can do on a bat. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my support. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. What the hell? No, get away from me, you god...
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me... So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters, so that's where I'll be. Off making it. We accomplished a lot together.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness in the face of old age, Raul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
With little law left in the wasteland, the Brooms continued to defend themselves against the prospectors and scavengers invading their territory.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
In the aftermath of the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Kings took the opportunity to viciously force all NCR citizens out of Freeside. Travelers from the Republic quickly learned to avoid Freeside if they valued their safety.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye. And so the courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.